Here are some examples of privilege that you don't understand as a Westerner with epistemological privilege. And remember, privilege is not something you experience, it's something you don't have to experience. So, for example, whenever I make a post debunking Hindu phobia or I comment on other people's Hindu phobic posts debunking it, I always have to think twice about it. But you don't have to think twice about coming into my post and commenting and coming in with your Hindu phobia. Because you don't have entire governments with $1 trillion, not even $1 billion, $1 trillion budgets mass reporting our posts in an organized, systematic way. I know of at least 2 Hindu women whose social media accounts have been shut down because of that. I hope you know that even TikTok now is owned by Saudi Arabia. That Saudi Arabia owns 15% of TikTok's US operations, which makes them one of the 2 largest shareholders. And in fact, they're partnered with Larry Ellison, who owns Oracle as well, and he also owns 15%. So together, they own 30%, and they're partners. So really, they own 30%. And that might not seem like much, but that makes them the largest shareholders because most shareholders only own like 1%. That's how shareholding works, in case you didn't know. Think with your brains, use your critical thinking. And so that's an example of the privilege I'm talking about. Another example, I'm thinking about moving out of this country at some point by 2032 at the latest. And when I think about moving to a different country, the first thing I look at is not just like the healthcare or the education or no, the first thing I look at is which place in that country is geographically the easiest for me to escape from. In other words, I look for escape routes from that country. Okay, escape routes. That's the first thing I look at. What are that location? Is it easy to escape from? First of all, how stable is that country geopolitically? But even if it's stable, which countries and people are surrounding them, and is it easy to flee? Because as a Hindu, no country is safe for me. No place on earth is actually safe. And that, again, is a privilege you will never understand.